It was really hard getting used to living here because of the different cultures and traditions.
Being in the military has these totally different opinions with people who are just civilians who've never been in it.
Did you do it?
No.
Well, then you don't need to say sorry.
Hey, my name is Juan.
My name is April.
Nice to meet you,
Nice
April.
to meet you too.
So tell me where you're from.
I'm from Burma, or it was called Myanmar, but then it was changed to Burma. Yeah, I was born in a city called Yangon.
Yangon.
Yeah, but then I moved here 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow. So like I was born in Dominican Republic and
Oh,
I
you
came here
were?
when I was 5.
Oh, okay.
So that's very interesting. So how's the difference between there and here?
There are just like so many differences living here and being back in my country. Like it was really hard getting used to living here because of the different cultures and traditions. It's hard for me to actually connect with people.
Yeah.
And I hated that at first.
Well,
But
I
then-
could understand that.
Yeah, even after 2 years, there are just like so many new things that like I didn't get it and I have to get used to it.
Yeah. Example.
Example would be like, it was pretty much easy for me to make friends back in my country, but then I find it really hard to connect with people here, and it bothers me. But then, yeah.
I think it's everybody, trust me, it's not just you. Nobody wants to make friends with each other around here. Everybody's just a mean around here. No, I'm joking. I'm just
No, I find it like people are really friendly here. Like they're so welcoming. Yeah, better than back in my country. Back in my country, it's just like people would just straightly ignore each other when they pass on the street.
Oh, they
Like
just
that.
ignore each other?
Yeah.
They don't even say hi, like, hey, how's it going?
No, I don't like that about my country. But in here, everybody was like welcoming, and you would just see people saying hi, how are you, when you meet with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people actually want to know you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like here, you want to have a conversation. You
Yeah.
want to talk with
Yeah.
people. You want to know what their goals are,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
their like life story is and everything. That's awesome.
So can you tell me more about your story, like how you got here and how have your journey been
Okay.
till this day?
So I was born in the Dominican Republic. I don't know who my dad is, and it is what it is. Then my mom was here, and then she worked, and then got enough money to get me here when I was 5. Then I lived in the Bronx from age 5 to 14. Then I moved to upstate New York. I lived there for a bit. After I graduated high school, I worked like 7 jobs because I felt like,
Really?
yes,
Like at the same time?
at the same time.
Really?
So
How
I-
did you even do that? How did
I-
you manage that?
I basically I only slept on Sundays.
Really?
Yep.
Oh my
I only
God.
slept on Sundays. I was a bouncer, substitute teacher. I'm going by like the timeline. So I used to bounce, then I substitute teach in the afternoons or in the mornings. Then after I substitute teach, I used to sell Cupco knives. So I have to go door to door and sell knives. I worked 2 jobs at the mall. I also worked at UPS on Friday nights because all of these jobs are all part-time and they only had like 1 or 2 days. So it's not like I had a full job like every week.
Right.
So it'd be like, okay, Monday and Tuesday I do this. Tuesday and Wednesday I do this. Wednesday and Thursday I do this. So I'm always going from place to place to place. And then Sunday was my day off. So I would just come home after I got done being a bouncer on Saturday nights, Sunday morning. I would go home, crash, fall
Just
asleep
relax.
till Monday. Oh, I would sleep for like a good 15, 17 hours. And then I would wake up, have to get up, go to the school and substitute teach for 3 days.
I'm sorry, I have a question.
Yes.
What's the bouncer?
Oh, so a bouncer is basically, you're 18. So when you go to a nightclub, the guy that's there, like, show me your ID.
Oh, you were that person.
Yes, I'm that guy.
Oh, they
See?
always intimidate me. I'm sorry.
Well, look at me. I'm pretty intimidating, right?
Yeah.
Well, now that you met me, you're probably like,
Yeah.
you're a teddy bear. No, but yeah, so that's basically what I did.
Okay.
So I worked that, but then at one point in my life, I'm like, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. I don't want to just work all these jobs. So I decided to join the military.
Okay.
So and I joined the military. I went in 2005. I was a Cav Scout, 19 Delta. That's the number that they give you. So Cav Scout is, let's say, the enemies are right here, and we are right here. They send a small group to go look, make sure the roads and everything are good, so we can spot the enemy, and then make sure all the roads and everything were fine for the main army to go there and be able to fight.
Okay.
Yeah, then I was in Alaska for a good amount of time, and then I ended up going to Iraq.
Oh, okay.
Yep, in 2007. Ended up being there for 6 months. Ended up getting shot in the leg.
Oh,
By, was you the one who did it?
what?
Did you do it?
No.
Okay, well then you don't need to say sorry, right? There's no need. Now the person that shot me, they could say sorry. They were the ones who took me out. But I know people tell me, they're like, oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't you, so no worries. So yeah, I ended up getting shot in the leg, and then that's how I ended up here in Maryland. Because I used to be from New York. So I ended up at Walter Reed from 2007 to 2015. And then, treatment and therapy and everything. I couldn't walk for about a year. And then now I'm here at school trying to do stuff.
You're doing great.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. So what are your struggles with being an immigrant to being here at MC and going through college and just coming to this country?
So when I first come here, I don't have a own house or anything. So I lived with my uncle. We've been here forever. Yeah, and then we were living in the basement. So it was actually quite challenging because it was hard to live with other people because you have to
You have to adjust with them.
Yeah, and then after that we moved. My dad and I and my grandma, we bought an apartment. Not bought, but we rented an apartment. So it was easy because we now have a place to live.
Okay, so your dad and your grandmother came with you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So your dad and so I thought it was just you that came by yourself.
Yeah, no. It was also my dad and my grandma. Well, my grandma came 5 months after we got here, but yeah, it was my dad and grandma. The struggle that I face most is just making friends. It was really, really sad to live here and not be able to make friends or talk to people because I was so shy when I first come here. I couldn't even talk to people. When they came and asked me, I would be I wouldn't say them back anything.
You would just walk away?
Yeah, because I was shy and I was quiet.
But that's how you make friends. They try to talk to you. You're just like,
I know, but
don't talk
now
to me.
I know that you have to really talk with people.
Yeah. All right, so what are you studying?
I'm studying business here.
Usually when I meet a business major or somebody who's doing business, at the end of the day, what is it that April wants to be doing?
I want to start a business when I graduate.
Okay.
My mother has a jewelry business back in my country, and I helped her with selling jewelry, and I see her talking to people every day, and yeah, I want to have my own jewelry business and maybe import jewelry from other countries and sell it here. It's a general brief thing about what I want to do, but I don't know how to get there.
What's the most important? Is it feeling that sense of community? Maybe trying to figure out that do you want to make a whole bunch of money, or what is it like?
No, really, money is never really an important, number one thing for me. I like to find my purpose, life purpose, other than money. I want to be doing something after I graduate that I actually enjoy doing, that I will be excited to get up in the morning and say, I would really love to work today.
Wow, And how old are you again?
I'm sorry.
How old are you again?
I'll be turning 19.
You'll be turning 19. I've talked to a lot of people your age, and I don't really hear that from a lot of people. A lot of them are like, oh, I just want to stack some money
Oh, no.
and everything
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that. And
yeah.
to hear that something so profound that you just said, you want to get up every day and you want to like get up and enjoy your work and do what you love. It's very like up there.
Well, it's just me. Like, I don't find money that much important than other things. And I find like there are so many other things important in life. Like family is important, friendship is important. Yeah.
So being an immigrant from a different country, do you find that leads you more to like, I want to be, it's more about family and everything compared to like, I would say people here that it's more about money and driven to go for money and like get a job so then they can have a lot of money and stuff like that. Because like me being from the Dominican Republic, I find myself that, like it's very, very important that I have my family in my life and everything.
Right.
But then being here when I was younger, I do see the whole importance about like having money and this and that. But now that I'm a bit older, I can understand that, you know, money isn't everything but family. And being able to have that. Do you feel like you being from a different country, being close to your family, that's why it's more important?
Maybe, I guess so. Because in America, I see many people following their American dream, and it's mostly being about success and being rich and working in Wall Street or something, right? But then I was born in Burma, and I was raised to be kind to others and like giving back to the community and a sense of like important around a community. I guess that's what shaped my beliefs. I guess so. Yeah. Well, I want to know about you. What do you think? Like, what's your American dream?
Well, I don't really per se have an American dream. I've been here since I was 5. I was born in the Dominican Republic. I came here and I lived in the Bronx, up in New York, and I just don't say have an American dream. I more have like, I know exactly what I want to do. Like at the end of the day, I want to coach volleyball. That's my passion. I coach kids all the way from the ages, from first grade all the way to high school at this point right now in my life. I do a lot of camps and clinics, and I know I worked really well with kids. I work really good with kids. I
like
know,
what age?
Like first grade all the way to high school.
Oh, okay. You can work with any kids.
If you want me to teach them volleyball, I can do that.
Oh yes, yeah.
I can do that
I would love
very
to learn
well.
that.
No, anytime. We'll go ahead and teach you. You know what I'm saying? Get
I've
your
never
pads.
played volleyball before.
Well, you can learn, right? Because that's, every time I get like new players, they're like, oh, I've never done it before. But it's the same thing as you eating pizza, right? You never ate pizza before, right? At one point in time, you never had pizza before, right? But what did you have to do? You had to get it and what?
Eat it.
And try it, right?
Try it, right.
And you try it, and then you're like, oh, this is amazing, right? So it's the same thing with volleyball. You have to go out and try it. That's why a lot of people, they look, oh, I've never done that before. At any age, you're like, oh, I've never done that before. But you have to try it first
Right.
and do it.
And try to know, and then only you'll know then if you enjoy it or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Then you'll know if you enjoy it or not. But if you don't try it, then you're gonna have always that regret in your head, like, man, I should have done that.
Right,
I
yeah.
never did it before. And that's the same thing I think with like owning a business, you know what I'm saying? You're young enough that you can go out and try to make a business and do it, and hey, I succeed. Or even if you don't succeed, you're like, oh, well, I didn't succeed, but you learn from it. So that's something very important to have, to understand like, hey, I need to try to do this.
Right.
Because the last thing you want to do is have regret.
Yeah, just because you don't try something. You know, there is a quote that says like, you'll be, what is it called? You'll be regretted by the things that you didn't do rather than the things you did do. So you just have to try it.
You know, something that I do is that I talk with older people, and you know what you can see in their eyes? Regret.
Regret?
Because a lot of older people, they always start with, I wish. I wish I could have done this.
Right, you're right.
Oh man, I missed out on this.
Yeah.
They always start with that. Oh, how old are you? oh man, I wish I was your age. You know what I'm saying? Because they have regret.
Right, yeah.
That is the biggest,
Yeah.
like to me, it's the biggest like poison that we can have, is that you go out in life and you have the same regret. Because when you can do something when you're younger, and even 30, 40, you can still do something, but it's when you're 90 and you're not able to do whatever you want to do anymore.
Right.
Oh, I regret that I didn't start that business.
Yeah,
Or I regret that I didn't tell so-and-so how I felt. And then that's just gonna sit in the back of your mind,
Right.
never knowing what could have happened if you never started it or never went to or never asked about it.
Yeah, yeah, you're totally right. Like when I got into the age of like 50 or 60, I don't want to be sad or regret about the past that I didn't do that.
That you didn't
and
do
then
it.
We'll just wonder, and then, yeah, you only live once. You never live twice.
You only get one chance at this.
So just go try and do it. Can you tell me a bit about being a veteran and being a student here at MC?
So being a veteran and being a student here at MC has been, there's some challenges because I am older than a lot of the students here, and trying to figure out what I still want to do. I'm older, but I still don't know what I want to do. That's why I'm in general studies, and just like in one class, I'm in American government, and then hearing about the difference in opinion of people who haven't been in the military or anything like that, compared to my opinions, are always all the left to right.
Really?
So I'm always kind of like not arguing, but having long discussions with people,
Oh my God.
talking about
Yeah.
different type of things, especially in government class. Yeah, just the difference in opinion. And then yes, being in the military has there's totally different opinions with people who are just civilians who've never been in it. But it's great to see that, great to have the discussion, because you need to have those discussions. You need to be able to talk out your differences with other person. So like if we're talking about politics or whatever it is, and you have your opinion and I have mine, we should be able to just be able to talk about it. But some people do get
offended,
very simply, where me, I don't get offended very much by anything, where I'm just like, okay, we're having a discussion, we're just talking.
like a discussion.
Exactly.
And listening to other opinions.
Where, especially being here in Maryland, where it could be either, some people can be super left or super right. It gets very crazy at times. April, this has been a great experience. I would say this has been awesome. I had a great time talking with you, and I hope you had a great time talking with me.
I did.
All right, awesome.
It was awesome. Yeah,
yes, and I
so
hope
nice
I
to
can
meet
be your friend.
Yeah, we're already friends.
Yes, we're friends. We're friends. I hope to see you around campus and keep going.
Yeah.
Bring it in.
Hi.
Oh.